Hey, Greg. Yeah, I'm setting the links up now. You should be able to use the link I sent last night. Um, it looks like somebody's trying to get in. Um, yeah, it's gonna work, Greg. It should. And there's two. And I don't think I need to send in. Well, gonna have to send some out because I just know.
Go with that. Go start. See what
I
that.
think Greg's got to mute his YouTube.
Just did.
Because I knew Gary wasn't in here. So that narrowed it down a little bit, and I'm not even over there. How you doing tonight?
All right, didn't do much today. It was a little cold today. Just checked the mail and brought the trash can in. We got a new company picking it up for us.
We
I made a steak for dinner.
They're predicting we're going to have a day next week in 67. Jeff just said he'll probably pass on tonight's chat. Cold's a little worse. All right, I will remove your name from the link then. I just put it in there. I'm getting ready to send this out. I'm sure I left somebody out, so I'll catch it when I catch it. Yeah, next week, in fact, when I finally got home from picking the wife up tonight, I was like, when it's 67 next week, I am going to clean the garage out. That's going to happen.
I did that Saturday. Got my blower out, blew out all the leaves,
Yeah.
out the driveway. And about 3 or 4 hours later, it didn't look like I even touched the driveway or anything.
Yeah, our garage has got. I collect lumber. I'm going to put it to good use one of these days. And then we got a bunch of cardboard boxes because it's good to put it in a chicken coop because it helps absorb everything, and it's just so easy to scoop out when that time comes.
Yeah.
And we got hundreds of those. And then I moved a lot of plants in, and I got to get it clean. And I didn't take the time when I did it. I just threw them literally in the garage. So
I've done that.
when they said next week 67 and sunshiny too, not 67 in rain. Nope, not 67 in wind. 67 in sunshine. So I'll get out there.
They're saying Saturday 73.
I don't remember. Well, they don't go that far out here. It was just going to be up until Friday. But long term, I don't know what long term is. Hey, Matthew Camp is joining us in the chat room on YouTube. Hi, Matthew. Good to see you. Let me check my app here. Now the app shows. Yeah, it only goes up to next Friday as well. So we got 3 days next week, 60, 67, 65. Partly sunny, and then 30% rain on the 65. So I will get something done outside, which is not going to be truly outside. It's going to be the garage. I got to do it. It's just horrible. Barely got enough room to get the car in, and then I barely got enough room to get the doors open to get out. So might as well take advantage of that. This time last year, we already had snow on the ground and been shoveling the drive and everything else. We've been pretty lucky.
We haven't had any snow yet.
We can go the entire season without any snow as far as I'm concerned, and I'll be happy. You will not hear one complaint out of me at
Got to buy one of those new Sun Joe blowers that I saw on TV.
Yeah, they on the local stations here, every one of them always have a win a snowblower contest. And I thought, I don't win anything, but as sure as I enter that, I'll get a snowblower, and it won't snow.
Yeah.
So, and then somebody will tell me, well, there's always next year. Looks like Blackwatch is having some difficulties connecting his audio. It shows him still connecting to audio.
Yeah, I see that.
So I hope everyone is having a decent night. I'm sorry for being so late. I got there at 10 minutes after 10 intentionally because she said she'd be off at 10. I got there at 10:10, and finally at about 10:45, she just comes meandering out the door like there's nothing wrong. And
Been there, done that. Watching the Guns of Navarone on Netflix.
I was watching something on TV. I watched IU piss me off earlier. They were up 22 points, and they ended up losing by 5. And I didn't get to stick around for the end, but I knew they were going to lose. It just, I don't. They can't shoot free throws for one thing. If they could hit their free throws, they probably would have won by about 16 or 17.
Yeah, probably.
I haven't even looked at the box score yet. When they were up 22, I thought, well, this is a little too easy, because they're not a good team yet to hold on to any kind of lead, let alone 22 points.
On the weather, don't you use the Windows weather?
No, I use my phone, and then I only watch the local news for the weather. I don't watch the news for the news.
I just drag the icon down to the taskbar off the programs menu.
Oh, they were down 23 at one point. Well, I seen it at 22. I don't remember it being 23. Of course, you know the internet's always correct.
Oh, always.
Yeah, they don't ever make mistakes. So free throws, they were, let's see here. Where is minutes, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks? Free throws, they were 6 of 13.
I was gonna say 7 of 17 or something like that.
Yeah, so they missed 7 shots. They won by 2 points, but the point is they would have won. Minnesota or Wisconsin, on the other hand, they were a whopping 15 of 18, so that's pretty damn good. Let me make sure I looked up the right stat. Oh yeah, they were 6 for 13 from the free throw. They were 5 for 13 from three-pointer, and Wisconsin was 15 of 18 from the free throw line. So right there, that's a 22-point swing.
Yeah.
Right there. I mean, and if I were to coach them, boys would be running and running and running. Every free throw they miss, they'd be running about 10 miles or so. Now, why is there a lag tonight? Or must be a huge,
your audio and video's good.
huge lag. So did he ever get connected? No, he didn't. I hope he's all right.
That.
Let me send him a message over on the YouTube stream here.
Could he be using the wrong link?
No, he couldn't get this far if he was.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
That link will be good until
You say so?
somebody abuses it, and I don't see how that could happen. And if it does get abused, and I can kind of narrow it down to who I would suspect the only one to abuse it would be, then we just change it and that person never gets the new link. Such a simple solution. But I don't anticipate that happening. I really don't.
Good. I didn't get up till 1:40 today.
Woo!
I went to bed about 10, 15 minutes after we shut the Zoom down.
I stayed up maybe 30 minutes after. There were some things I needed to catch up on. And then I might as well have stayed up all night because my legs didn't allow me to sleep at all. My new medication came in today, and it's not going to be any better, I don't think. They've just got to figure out why the cramp.
Yeah, I just paid my property taxes today online.
Pretty high.
$1,100. That's only half of it.
Right, right. No, yeah. I know
Well, that was the final payment, but it's twice
still,
that.
yeah. I mean, we've got ours. We still pay our mortgage, so ours is all handled through that. And so far, I haven't gotten the notice saying they're going to jack our house prices because the taxes have gone up. I'm expecting it any day. I really am.
Paid my house off in 2007, I think it was.
The only way this house can be better if it sat out in the country somewhere, and we could really have a few more animals like we really need them. Maybe a little pond. That'd be good. But it's all right. We're on a one-way in street and got great neighbors.
Yeah, I got one good neighbor. He's an aviation mechanic at the base. My other neighbor, she's all right, but her grandson lives there, and he's got two big dogs.
Yeah.
He doesn't take care of much. He's always asking me to do stuff. I just put up some lights for him the last weekend.
I got mine adjusted and not buying any more this year. Got 'em. I couldn't find any gutter hooks, so we improvised and got those going. And I got all my pallets of it. There's a company.
I wasn't talking about Christmas lights. I was talking about those
Regular lights?
motion sensor lights
Oh, okay.
that face the driveway.
Yeah, yeah.
She converted her garage to a mini apartment for her oldest daughter, because her oldest daughter was in a wheelchair. She was going to the local county fair with a friend. And they were drinking and high. The girl that was driving lost control of the car and slammed into a tree and put her daughter into a wheelchair.
Oh.
And she passed away about 3 years ago, I think.
That sounds eerily familiar to what happened to my sons. Neither one of them ended up in a wheelchair or anything. Well, that's kind of, is this, oh yeah, so now I need to get the light on over there, and this problem will be solved. When they were, well, let's see, I was in California, so 16 years ago, when they were, Jeremiah was 20, so Josh would have been, no, it was longer ago than that. Josh was just a kid. Wow. I'll have to pull the video out and look. But anyway, they all went out and doing stupid kid stuff, drinking and driving and drugs and typical kid stuff for that generation. And they took my youngest son home, and they left him. They kicked him out of the car more or less, and they came back, and he said he wished he'd never got in the car because they got about a half a mile down the road, and the car flipped.
Ooh.
He wasn't wearing a seatbelt. It ejected him. And they said it missed him by maybe 6 inches, maybe.
Wow.
And his back looks like a cheese grater from when he went through the windshield or the window. I knew something was up when I always called my kids when I lived in California, and when I called, my oldest son answered the phone and he said, "I'm okay." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Oh, you don't know yet?" And I'm like, "No, what?" And then he proceeded to tell me what happened. Well, now I'm livid because, hey, Alex, how you doing? Now I'm livid because I would think that my ex-wife, who, could maybe set aside our differences, is just long enough to say, hey, the boys were in an accident and Josh is in the hospital. But no. So...
Yeah, her oldest daughter, the one that was injured in the car accident, she passed away about 3 years ago. Then her middle daughter got into drugs and was getting clean, and I guess went back to drugs. And February something of this year, ambulance was out there, the cops were out there. She died from an overdose.
Yeah, I just saw today where one of the is it America's Got Talent or one of them talent shows.
Yeah.
There was a 14-year-old on there that did quite well. She passed away at 23, And I told Lauren, I said, I'm not even going any further in this article. It's going to be drug related. And then you read down a little further, and it said she did struggle with substance abuse. So,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it's sad. It really is sad. I've been lucky. My youngest son has been to rehab more times than I care to remember. But I think this last time, something struck, you know?
Yeah.
They always say you got to hit rock bottom, and I even this last time I wasn't 100% sure he had hit rock bottom, but he's been out now for nearly 2 years. He's got his daughter and his wife, so knock on wood, as the saying
Yeah.
goes. Got a decent job, and we finally have gotten to. He and I have finally gotten to the point where if he's not got things going right in his head, rather than go out and get high, he calls, and
That's good.
which is good. Yeah, I mean, it took forever to get him to understand. I don't care what time of the day or night it is. Call me, you know.
Yeah.
I am 2 hours away, and we've been down that road once, and it was not funny by no means, but it actually was funny because. He had gotten high and he wanted some help, so we jumped in the car, went and got him, got halfway back, and he wigged out. He said, "Take me back. It's a conspiracy. You're against me." I was like, wherever you want to go, I'll take you. My house, your mom's house. You want to go to Tennessee, wherever, we'll go, you know? So took him back, and then 2 days later, he did check into rehab there in Indianapolis, so.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, we can laugh at it now, but at the time, it wasn't funny. I don't wish that upon anybody. I really don't.
Yeah.
And Alex is going to give it a second go, it looks like. And Blackwatch is still trying to get in, it looks like.
Yeah, I see that. Maybe he should restart his PC.
Yeah, I sent a message in the Facebook or the YouTube, letting him know to leave and try to come back. Hello again, Alex.
Hello again. I just had to disconnect because my mom came in real quick. But did you see my video I posted earlier?
I had it up and running. I wanted to get going because I had a rather late start tonight. But I've watched a little bit of it on the phone. I got it running here. I'll watch it in its entirety tonight before I retire for the day.
Well, it's only 5 minutes. You know, you asked me when we started earlier if there was a way you could install it on Windows.
Mm-hmm.
And if you use that, watch that video and go to that link I provided in the description, you can download a program that will do all those configurations for you.
Okay.
So you don't even need that virtual machine software or anything that I configured today, and it will do the exact same thing as what it just takes like 5 minutes or less to do, and it.
Okay, we'll get together and do that. Let's bring Greg up to speed. That earlier today, Alex and I and Darren, although Darren wasn't doing much, got together, and Alex put a virtual machine on my older machine. And then he put a program on there, Ubuntu or Ubuntu or whatever, I can't say it. And then you put
Ubuntu.
Huh?
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu to you too. Hey.
Not too many U's in it.
Yeah, it does. If it's not a simple word, forget it. You know, I'm gonna rewrite the dictionary. Everything that's got these no, it's gonna be a simple word.
I'm trying to teach him slowly, trying to teach him how I run our website.
Okay, who was the group that made Simple Man?
Simple Man?
Mm-hmm.
Soul Man.
What?
Oh, you said Soul Man.
No, one of my favorite songs.
Simple Man. What year?
Oh, you got me.
E. Everly Brothers?
E-L.
Surely not ELO.
E-L-P.
Oh, yeah. Emerson, Lake, and Palmer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Even the doggone rock bands went from Emerson, Lake, and Palmer to ELP. Electric Light Orchestra, ELO. What is it with this daggone initial stuff? I had that conversation earlier today with someone. I don't get it. I get the LOL and the shake SMH and maybe the rolling on the floor. I get some of that, but some of these are like, huh?
You
Oh,
just
by the
don't-
way, good evening, Gary. I didn't mean to not ignore
There's
you.
one thing I heard about. Saying that one thing I heard about LOL that I can't get out of my mind every time I think about it, and that's that someone had texted someone who one of their family members had passed away, and they put LOL to mean lots of love instead of lots of laughs.
Yeah, I would think that would not be I don't think that would be written or read as lots of love.
I got in trouble for writing so what?
So Alex did a little soundbite earlier today. Can you play that for everybody?
No, I can't. I'm on my tablet, not on my computer,
Oh,
but I'll play
okay.
it. I'll play it later if I'm on.
Oh,
I'll
don't
play
get
it tomorrow
don't get up
night
on the
or
computer
later.
just to do that, but it was pretty good. Got to give him credit.
What was it for?
He was trying to convince me he was on the phone when he wasn't, or on Zoom when he wasn't.
It was a recording.
Had me for about I don't know, a second.
I take a look, maybe I'll see if I can talk tonight.
Well, if you can't, join the club because sometimes I can't talk.
It's the 9th. It's no longer the 8th.
For you, you're exactly right. It is. It is the
Okay.
9th.
Same here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Greg's out on the East Coast.
So anyway, I think I forgot. I forgot. Go ahead. Pretend I'm not here.
Are you like hoping you'll remember what you were going to remember?
Yeah, for 1 second. If I
Hey,
don't-
Blackwatch, are you actually connected, but it shows you're trying to connect? Nah, it looks like he's not connected.
Gary, push the rewind button.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, really. It
It
wasn't a
shows
big
he's
deal.
connected. It shows he's connected, but it shows his camera's off, and he don't have a microphone icon next to his name.
I show that it says Blackwatch is connecting to audio, and it's got the little
Yeah.
3 dots bouncing up and down.
Yeah,
Um,
same here.
and let me go down to participants and see what that shows.
Jeff's still sick.
Yeah, Jeff said he didn't want to join. He's not feeling good. Yeah, Blackwatch shows that he is connected with no video, but in the room itself, he's not connected. So let me do this. Let me put up.
Restart the PC and try again.
Yep, I'm gonna send him a quick email.
You started too late, or I was really going to get you. You started too late because I had something on my computer. I was really going to get y'all.
Well, I was not intending to start late, but I'm not going to get into why I was late. But we all know why I was late.
Oh, I don't know why that helped, but it did. I was looking at Amazon, I said, and you had talked to me, or not talked like it was any big deal, but mentioned the hard drive you was looking at. I saw the summer hard drive had good specs, but here's the catch. It was 4 terabyte for $40, but it was renewed, but it had a 1-year warranty.
Yeah, I seen earlier today, Darren and I, while Alex was doing what he was doing, we were looking at drives, and I seen a lot of renewed hard drives. Is that like really a thing to rework?
But if
I
you
mean,
had-
how do you make it renew? Do you reformat it and it's renewed?
I would bet they did nothing. But I'm looking at the 1-year warranty, not so much.
Yeah. We found one that was priced at like, I want to say $75, I believe it was. 4 terabyte. Good buy. Real good buy.
What? Oh, anything you told me about.
Oh, no, not that one. This was a different one. But here was the catch on that one. Shipping was, you ready for this?
30 bucks.
$50.
Ooh,
Huh?
Yes.
Amazon?
Yes. They're on Amazon. Yes. But it was probably one of the, as Kerry refers to them, non-Amazon sellers. that,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
only
you're-
buy Amazon.
Yeah, well, I try to only buy Amazon, but if you're not paying attention and you buy that, from someone else, what does the description mean? The description is what? This, that, those, and these? You have to remind me, Matthew. I don't remember things well. I think that's what I put in the description. This and that, and these and those, or those and these. You know what? I could go look. I'm just being funny. I need to come up with a better description, and I know that. Alright, let's go over here. Go to YouTube. Oh, I lost a subscriber, by the way.
I wonder who that is. Sam?
Don't know. I mean, who knows? They're going to come and go. Um, Click on that. Yep, Wednesday. This and that, and these and those. Just an expression. I figured someone might question the picture, but yep, that just something rattled off my head. I wanted to put a description in there, and that's what I put. But the thumbnail on the main thing, I figured someone might question that. That would make sense. Let's see if my hotkey will work here. I spent some of my day looking through my YouTube history because I'm looking for a specific video that shows me how to track things that are moving, and I want to attach something to it, and then it will track right along with it. I couldn't find it. I know the guy that did it, but I can't find it. And then I actually started deleting some of my history because I seem to watch a lot of the same videos over and over again. So
I do the same thing.
because I got a pretty cool idea running through my head. Of course, that doesn't equate to anything other than in my head it sounds pretty cool. Still waiting to hear back from Terry to maybe do an interview on DaVinci Resolve. I was thinking about that again today on how in depth do we want to get, because unless Darren's here, I don't know that everyone else is going to want to have that or not. Now, I don't mean to do this to be mean, but I'm going to see if I kick him out of here, if that will allow him to come back in or not. And
Possible.
yeah, I'm not doing it to be mean. I'm doing it just to see if he can come back in and everything work. Not going to kick him out. Once removed, Blackwatch will not be able to rejoin the meeting, so I'm not going to remove him.
How come?
When I click on it, it says, oh, come on. So I went down here to the bottom and it says remove, and then if you look on the YouTube screen, it'll say remove Blackwatch. Once removed, Blackwatch will not be able to rejoin the meeting. So I'm going to hit cancel. Wow, that's crazy. Ask to start video, chat pin, hide non-video, make host, make co-host, rename, allow to record local files, multi-pin, or okay, let me throw him in the waiting room because I know I can bring him back in a minute. I'll have to keep that little tidbit of information of once they're removed they can't come back in. That's good to know. So I'm going to go back and let him in now. And there he is. Hey, can you hear us? It
Still doesn't show that he's connected. Still doesn't show that he's connected.
Yeah,
to
I'm looking at
audio.
both the participants and down here, but I don't see where it says connecting to audio now.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
So
I hear it.
well, if he can hear us, cool. Maybe he'll get it figured out. I think just leaving the Zoom session and coming back would solve the problem myself, but that would just be a guess. I don't know for sure. So, Yeah, dinner was about the same thing. I waited for 38 minutes for dinner. I wasn't none too happy about that. In fact, I made the comment I might as well not even go home because I'm just going to get home in time to take my meds and come back and get you. And I intentionally went a little late, but I wasn't anticipating how long I had to sit there. And I get it. You know, they're short staffed. They don't care. Everyone else goes home. It's just a job to them, and Lorna can't do that. So, you know, she might get an attaboy pin one of these days from him. I don't know. And if she would, you know, call and tell me, hey, I'm not going to get out until 10:45, then I don't have to leave the house until 10:30. But it's all, I mean, it's not the first time, and it won't be the last time, I'm sure.
How many people are there?
Employee-wise or patient-wise?
Patient.
And I think they're a 98-bed facility, and I believe last time I asked her, she said they were in the 80s.
How many employees?
Employees, there is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 nurses on the afternoon shift. Well, 3 nurses and 5 CNAs. Oh, wait, and the unit aides now, because here again, they thought if we have unit aides, it's going to help everybody out. It's just another one of those things for them to feel good about themselves while pulling the wool over the people that work there's eyes, because the unit aides cannot legally do anything. They can't even really pass water, which is stupid, but they have to go. Oh, who was that? Was that Blackwatch? No. Blackwatch, can you hear us? Move your name up and down 3 times. Anyway, so I forgot about the unit aides. Let me look on today's schedule and see. She did send me a funny joke today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, they only had 7 scheduled tonight. Tomorrow they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 scheduled tomorrow. Now, she's supposed to be off the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, and she said when this came out, they'll ask me to work Sunday. Coming home tonight, I'm working 2 to 10 Sunday, so that doesn't surprise me, because on Sunday they got 1, 2, 3 nurses scheduled. Now, if I went in Lorna's shoes, I'm not working. I'm not volunteering to work. I'm like, nope, I'm off. I'm going to be out of state. Sorry about your luck. But that's me. So here's the joke. I told you guys my brother caught COVID last week, and my niece, right? Okay. He's a maintenance supervisor, for lack of not knowing the right word, at a nursing home in Indiana. The maintenance supervisor at the facility here tested positive for COVID today. And her joke was, what is it with these maintenance people? Pretty funny. Alex must have left. Yeah, he started out, I don't know, 3 months ago. He was the helper. And from what he was describing to me, I said, you know, don't be shocked if in a month they're going to ask you to become the supervisor of the maintenance department. And sure enough, right at 3 weeks, they said, hey, our supervisor's leaving. Would you like the position? And after a little bit of negotiations, he took it. The thing that I don't understand is if someone pulls a fire alarm, he's got to go in. And Alex is back.
Kosher.
That
doesn't sound kosher.
No, I mean, you would think the admin or maybe even the director of nursing or someone of that stature would have to, but no, he's got to go in. Which is kind of dumb if it's one of the patients pulling it to be funny or mean or whatever. He can't do anything about that. That's, you know, going to happen. They did have a kitchen fire, and he had to go out and get the equipment the next day, so I can kind of see that. But, you know, we're going in at 3 o'clock in the morning for an alarm. Pick up the phone. Is there truly a fire, or what's going on? Nope. Mrs. Jones pulled the alarm again, you know. So I don't
You
know.
talking about in like a nursing home or a hospital?
Yeah, and it's a nursing home. Well, it's not a nursing home. It is not even an assisted living place. Oh, what is it? What do you call it? Not. I'll
Hospice?
think of it in a minute. Hmm. It's not skilled nursing. It's not a assisted living. It's basically a very ritzy retirement place for everyone there has to be ambulatory. Everyone there has to have half the brain or better. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, Gary.
I said, which hat?
Yeah, really. Well, I'd like to have half of the right and half of the left, and that way I got a
Well,
hole.
when I was going to camp, where people with disabilities, I used to go to camp. The cutoff age is 19, so I quit going at 19. But we would always have a rest period every day for probably a good 2 hour every Saturday or every day for a couple of hours, and we'd always have somebody set off the alarm because they had an emergency exit in the bathrooms, and we'd have always have somebody opening the door, and when you open the door, the alarm goes off.
Yeah, I mean it happens. Um, some of them are legit, some of them are not. I'm looking it up now because it's not. It's bugging me that I can't remember the name of it. I mean, what it's called. It's called Deermere Crossing or Demere Crossing, and it is advertised as their website doesn't work. I ought to get in touch with Alex and have him fix it. They
But
are calling it an assisted living with memory care in Greenwood, Indiana. I did not know that. It's a very
so their
nice
website
place.
doesn't
No, it came
so
up.
their website doesn't work.
No, it came up. It's probably my computer. Go to that hotkey. So, but it's just ironic that he's the maintenance supervisor. I mean, obviously she was just trying to connect and be funny, but then their guy here, and I ran into him at Ace Hardware 2 days ago, and he didn't have his mask on, so I was like, well, maybe he'll learn to keep his mask on. Not that that's going to really slow anything down, because those masks are worthless, in my humble opinion.
You think?
I was hoping Jeff was going to be here today. I wanted to ask him a question about the football players' trial, and the defense is trying to throw a thing in there that there's probably about a 1 in 6 million chance it'll go through, but it's already cleared one hurdle because the judge said he's going to allow them to present it as part of their trial procedures or whatever it's called. I mean, I still don't get it. The kid was doing 156 mile an hour.
Oh, yeah, that one.
.016, twice the legal limit. Killed a woman and a dog, and they're still trying to come up with a way to let him spend about only 2 years in prison or jail. I do not get it.
He sounds like Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, I mean, if you or I go out there and we hit someone and we're at .016 and someone dies, there probably won't even be a trial. Or if there is, it'll be really quick.
I don't drink and drive, period.
Yeah, no,
Even snow, I don't drink, so that pretty much helps it.
sure, yeah, I was trying to read it on the phone, and I'm like, I'm going to leave this up and running because I want to read it when I get home, and then I was kind of rushed to get on here. He got his mic going finally, all right, and I don't think he left to come back in, so it shows that he's muted. Let's see what participants show. Yeah, he's good. Okay.
Where's Robert today?
Probably sleeping. He's off. I sent the link to him. I sent it out to everybody except Jeff. I was just getting ready to send him out, and Jeff came in chat and said he's going to pass because his cold got a little worse and he's got some things to get done. I can relate to that. I did get the vacuuming done today, and 3 loads of clothes. So I'm taking tomorrow off. Oh, I fed the chickens.
You know,
What
with-
exactly do you mean by you're taking tomorrow off?
I ain't doing anything. I'm not gonna feed the chickens. I'm not gonna clean this mess over here to my right. I'm taking it easy. I'm gonna binge watch something. I don't know.
during the COVID, I tested my speed armor a couple different days.
No, in all
Like-
honesty, I need to get a lot of things done on the computer. I still am trying to move data off those bad drives that showed up bad in the yellow the other day. I probably want to make a decision and buy a new 4 terabyte red drive and put in here, which I can't do anything till it gets here. I need to put my one computer back in its little cubby hole slot on my desk. It's just little things. Plus, I got 35 albums behind me I need to put out in the other room. So I will do some work tomorrow. I have to. It bothers me if I don't. And I still got Christmas presents to wrap.
That's Santa's job.
Yeah, it is.
Put us on.
I might get lucky, and I'll try to wrap one, and I'll complain about it the whole way that I can't get the paper to go right and the tape's not working right, and I'll throw one big fit, and she'll come in and go, oh, let me do it, and she'll wrap the rest of them, and I will have accomplished exactly what I wanted to.
There you go.
I do have a method to my madness sometime. I really do.
My birthday's in a month. I'll be 28.
I thought you were 28 already.
I'm 27. I'll be 28 in a month.
You're an old man. Wait till you get to Greg's age and my age and Gary's age.
Mhm.
I'm sure
Yeah,
by then we
I'm
will have taught you some good bad habits.
I'm starting to realize. I'm starting to. By the age I am now, you start to feel the effects of what people always say. The older you get, the faster it goes. Because
Oh, wait till you hit 30 and then 40.
50.
You know what? Yeah, 50. 50 things slowed down a little bit for me, but 60 is the one that hurt me. When I hit 60, that was it. Man.
Well, I found me another remote job today,
Oh, cool.
working for ADT.
The security company.
Yeah, they sent me it was like they wanted me to do like a video interview type of thing and record my responses to questions. And the only downside I can possibly see to it is that their requirements is 50 download for your internet and 15 upload. Now, do you think it's possible that they will allow me to that they will hire me with only me having only 10 upload? Because it's a very small
What's the download have?
50, which I have.
Okay. Would they say with the 50 you could share it?
No, they didn't say that. They didn't say whether or not it could be, whether or not it had to be dedicated or not.
How long are they giving you for the test?
What do you mean for the test?
Well, I thought you said you had to take a test.
Oh, I've already done it.
Oh, great.
As far as the questions go, as far as the internet goes, it just asked me if I could meet those requirements.
And you said it was
Yes.
50 down, 15 up?
Yes.
And
But
you're
I've
currently at 50 down and 10 up?
Yes.
No, I think he said it was a 50 down and 15 up.
No, I'm at 50.
I heard you say 50 down and 15 up.
That's what I thought
No,
too.
No, I'm at 50. The plan is 50, but it's closer. It's actually closer to 60 on depending on what device I tested on, and it's around 10 up.
Nice. You said 15. I'm damn sure of that.
Yeah.
No, my internet speed is 10 up, but they're requiring 15.
Ken, can you slap the shit out of him?
My arms are not quite that long. Well, left or right?
Yeah. No, you've said 15.
So so
I'm not
anyway,
laughing at you, Gary. I'm laughing.
Laugh at me.
No, I'm not. I seriously am not. Although
So
that was a
anyway-
good one. That
Well, they-
you were trumped a
so
little bit
anyway-
on the YouTube stream.
to answer my question, do you think they'll give me a leeway on that,
Probably not.
No.
or is
No,
In
or
theory,
is there
probably
that
not.
much, or is there that much of a difference between 10 and 15 upload?
Doesn't matter if they're telling you they want 50 and 15. They're going to want 50 and 15. The bigger question is, if you hardwire your system in, will it meet those numbers? And if it does,
No,
then,
it wouldn't.
well then,
No, it
what do you
wouldn't.
get on speed test?
Speed test right now.
hey, Robert's in chat. Hey, you've been asked why you're not in Zoom. Go ahead.
Hardwired and wireless both, I get the same numbers, about 60 down and 10 up.
Okay, go to every one of the servers that you can find on there until you find one that says 15 up. Keep testing. You'll get one that'll say 15 up, and then you said you got it. For 5, I would not worry about it, and they won't worry about it. So I'm sure they're going to come at your house and test it.
Do what?
One, go to, what's it called? Shit, I know it, but I just don't know it right
do you
now.
think they'll really? Do you think they will really be concerned over a 5 meg difference?
Yes, 100%, and I'm not joking. They would, if they said it, that's what they want. Unless you're God and want, and they want 1550, yes. But I am running a speed test off of Ocala. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah,
Okay,
doing it now.
and I get on this one, I get 2 routers. This router I get 950 down.
I got 400 down and 53 up.
Okay,
Wow,
the point
y'all
difference.
are really cooking.
But Alex, what I'm saying, and the reason I even brought it up, was on this one I got 951. Well, this was just a home cable. This is nothing special. I got 32 right now. Okay, you understand what I said? 950 and 32. They have like 10 servers. Hold on. Yeah, I know. I've got your service. Hold on a second, sir. They got literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Take every one of those servers one at a time and try them out. And you will find one that'll give you faster upload. And tell them that that's what you got, and you're not.
I see what you're doing.
And you can say, I got 50 down, and I got 14 and a half, 15 up.
Yeah.
And you will not be lying one bit.
Nope. No, that's true. Yeah, Blackwatch. I believe Tony Wallow is either MIA or he's not said anything yet. It is 9:47 in California, so I don't know.
I told you
I
last
don't
one was
even
gonna be
know.
2 up.
I don't even know if I can. I don't even know if I can pay for 5 more megs up, because
Forget
my
it.
internet.
You don't have to. Just go.
Hunt.
Just do what Gary said. You'll
I
find
got
one.
48 on the second one. I got 18 more.
Yeah.
Just count. You got 52 down or 60. You said find one that says 15.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't.
Photoshop it.
Now the only way that, and this is just a top of my head idea of thinking, the only way that might not work, Gary, is if they say, hey, we're going to check your speed, and they don't check the one that he used, but they check one of the other ones, and it comes
I've
up.
never
and
heard. Oh, excuse me.
Go ahead.
Well, I had well over, at one point I had over 10,000 people on the internet coming to the servers. And my name was even in the paper in Detroit because we kept our people working. We didn't lay them off like the good people. I mean, like the bad people. We paid these people. Anyway, we recommended they had a certain speed if they didn't already have it. We didn't give a shit. That way, when they called the text to go, well, look, hey, asshole. I'm joking, obviously, but it's your fault. That that meant IT people, my people, didn't get problems about it. We didn't go to anybody's house and check their speed, and we didn't not let somebody get on because they didn't have the speed.
And they're probably not going to come to they're probably not going to come knocking on my door. Those people
No,
that I'm playing with ain't probably going to come knocking on my door and checking my speed.
No.
tell them you got check until you do, and then if they come, tell them you'll get it. Tell them it was a test, which you did a speed test, and tell them it was 15, 16. If they do come to your house and they do a speed test, tell them, shit, I didn't get that. I got
15, yeah, 16, whatever I got.
And then if they say they're not going to give it to you unless you get it tomorrow, but don't get it ahead of time.
No. Yeah, exactly. Do not get it ahead of time.
Unless you want to get it for yourself, but don't get it because of them, because you don't know what lives you got. I mean, when did they tell you they'd even let you know about a second interview?
Not laughing at you, Gary. I gotta have to time my laughs a little better, huh?
It was.
I agree with you.
They said on the.
You know what I'm laughing about, right?
They said this on the job posting that they wanted specifically that it had to be that you had to be hardwired and no wireless permitted, and that it was 50 down and 15 up.
Yeah, but how long have you actually talked to them?
I haven't. I just did their little virtual interview process, recorded my responses, and sent it to them, and waiting to hear something.
Okay, you may not hear for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, and especially now since it's getting closer to Christmas, it could be delayed a little longer. Robert, are you having issues getting into the Zoom chat? I've seen you pop in a couple times.
It sounds again like I'm picking it, but it's 15 days to Christmas, as you well know. I mean, because you're, a good church person.
15, I get 16 or 17, but it depends on which day we think it is.
15, they probably have a day of, I don't know, what is it a weekend?
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. You know what? Hang on. You are correct.
And is it a holiday? Is it a weekend this year?
It's a Saturday. No,
so
it's let me get into December, not November. It should be Saturday this year. Yeah, it is. So we're sitting here on the 8th and 9th, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 11 working days, no holidays included, and then if they leave early, that cuts it back down to 10. And it's on a weekend, they probably take Monday off. I mean, yeah, it's all kind of interesting things.
Did you come Fridays off?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, busted loose on Thursday if they take Friday off. I mean, you know how that is.
Yep.
We all do. So, Alex, you're probably looking at less than 12 working days? You think 10?
Before Christmas, probably.
Yeah.
Now, some good news I read and saw earlier on the news that apparently a lot of people left their jobs in October, so there should be a lot of openings somewhere.
No, I don't doubt it. I'm just saying they're not going to. I hate to say the word, they're not going to worry about it because they're more worried about what they don't have to do for the holidays.
Right.
I mean,
I agree with that 100%.
All the tech people that I have, programmers and everybody, they have full internet access. Because if they got a problem, they can go, how do you do this? And I'm starting to see Amazon cropping up. I've seen Newegg. I've seen Macy's cropping up. I've seen Saks cropping up, Saks Fifth Avenue. And there was a guy, too, probably buying for his wife. No, he looked at a pair of tennis shoes. They were $800. Gucci tennis shoes.
$800 for a pair of tennis shoes.
Gucci. They weren't even like there's somebody.
Wow. I got a new message.
So
not from you guys. It's from I was looking at where my brother works, and they sent me a message and wanted to know if I want to move in. That's funny.
Hey, Alex, But one thing
Yes.
they probably will try to paint is they probably do want it hardwired though. So probably
Oh, I
concerned
know
about,
they wanted hardwired. I know they wanted hardwired,
you know,
and I could do that easier than getting the 15 probably because I don't even know if 15 is offered right where I live. But what's
when,
crazy is what's crazy is my church is less than a mile down the road, and because they've got one of them fiber optic distribution points right next to the church is able to get about 60 down and 60 up.
did you just for the heck of it call to see what it would be at your house? Not because of this, but just to find out. Hey, my daughter had one price at hers, and she thought I said call. They cut her price and gave her double her speed. Serious. She had 400 through a company called Spectrum, and she said she was talking to her neighbor about a half a mile away when she walks her dog. And she was talking about internet because she works in computers. She sells services and let's say her programmer, she gets you. She's a headhunter type of thing, except it's her company, and she's got 400. Anyway, so she's walking up, talking to the guy, with the dogs, and he's got the dog out in the yard. And how's your internet? Great. No, I don't hit what I'm supposed to hit. And she said, yeah, I'm having trouble too. He goes, I'm getting like 880 and stuff. And she goes, huh? 880? She called the company. They put her up for 1 terabyte, or and gave her cut her price in half. So the point I'm making is make a call. You don't know what they're doing. Unless you called yesterday, you don't know what they're doing today.
No, I haven't. I haven't talked to my internet company, and I haven't called them in probably a year because it's been rock solid and working just like it needs to. So I haven't had a reason to call them.
Sure you do. And I'm beating this one. I'll be up on. You have reason to call them every 3 months. The price might went down.
Yeah, and they're sure not going to tell you if it did.
They will not. I don't know what you pay for it or how it does. That's your problem. But
Oh, it's about $90 to $100 a month.
holy shit, that's high. But no, they will not call you and say it went down. They
Now,
will not.
is that combined
No.
with cable TV, Alex, or is that strictly the
No,
internet?
no. It's just for internet
Wow.
and phone service, which we don't have hooked up because we're on DSL.
Yeah, I mean, just call it, check. I mean, don't think. I mean, the ADT thing is totally different. Just call for your own sake and say how much, and if it hasn't changed, it hasn't changed, and if it's went down $20,
Yeah.
because we got cable TV everywhere in the house, and my wife called them up and said, "We're thinking of going to another place. We hadn't thought about it." They gave us almost $50 off, which $50 is $50.
Sure. Yeah.
If it's not cheap, it's not cheap. Internet is not cheap when you live in a small town like this.
No, I could make a joke. My town's probably as small as yours is. It's just we live next to a town that has 80,000 people.
Yeah. That's
Well, we don't. The closest towns we live to, one has like 11,000 people, and the other one has like 20 or 30,000 people.
Our little town here only has, what, 1,500? City limits is about a mile and a half away, though. There's 80,000 people.
would
So
that
people
what is
ask-
that Detroit? No, it'd be a bigger city or smaller than Detroit. What's the 80,000 population city?
It's called Southfield.
You guys are
Just one
expecting me
little
to say something funny, I know, but I can't really come up with one right now.
But it's actually, I mean, we're not in the bad area, but it's like in the corner of it, it's not bad. There's like, it's like almost a quarter of a 5-point type area. One's here, one's here, one's here. And then for 2 miles, it's like a very good area, and then it gets worse. Well, who's here?
Robert is here. North Pole Toy is here. So Robert, you off tonight? Or did you get conned into working?
But regardless, I'm telling the truth and joking at the same time. So, we got a little community here.
Yeah.
We go to the library and have tea with them and all of that cute stuff, which actually do have that, but we don't do that.
Yeah, I don't look forward to those days at all.
We have to pay for gas, for the cars. We
Yeah.
have to take out loans for that. Because gas is, I thought, who was it said the gas was going to go down real quick? Is that you, Greg?
I saw that on the news again yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah, it went down here.
They say it's going to go down, but we'll see.
Well, I heard for Christmas, and again, I don't do Christmas, but I heard that they're going to save like 85 cents for Christmas dinner.
What do you have for Hanukkah dinner?
Latke, which is potato pancakes.
That sounds good.
Actually, it does. Corned beef. I'm going to make a joke with ham on it. I had to say that. Just that. Nothing special. Kids came over, but no, not the grandkids. So basically, it was just 6 people.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Christmas is going to go because my son's already asked if we can move it to the 26th, which is fine with me, because of his wife's family. They got relatives from all over the Midwest coming in, and I'm cool with that. I don't really need to go hang around.
I don't know how it's going to go around our house either, because my dad just got what. Just found out today he got what, and our Christmas family get together was supposed to be Monday, and the stay away from everybody period is like 10 days, and
Yeah.
It's not 10 days between today and Monday.
No, pretty much it's not. Yeah.
Not on my calendar.
No. So Robert said he's off tonight. That's good. Boy, don't everybody talk at once.
Well, you talked me out earlier this afternoon.
I don't know how I did that because while you were working on the virtual machine, Darren and I were looking up drives, which I was looking at a while ago too.
Where's the ADT headquarters at, or their company at?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. I don't know. I just
ADT itself is out of Boca Raton, Florida.
Oh,
is where they're headquartered out of. But I know they got places all over the world. And
yeah, we have an ADT up here.
Yeah. Yeah, we had ADT briefly in Vegas for our security system. Wow, 71 degrees. Winds are slight at 2 miles an hour out of the southeast. 87% humidity.
Off plan.
That's nice.
Where at? Okay.
Yeah. Who is and what owns?
Hey, Alex, what was the position for, if you don't mind?
Do what?
You talking to me?
Yeah, Alex.
Remote technical support representative.
Well, they're 24/7. It looks like. And they have a call center, sales, installation service, and corporate. And jobs near me are Carrollton, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Madison Heights, Michigan. That's got to be up in your neck of the woods, Gary.
Close. That's only about 5 miles away.
Yeah,
6.
and Broad Heights, Ohio. I'm not going to go any further down this rabbit hole. I just was curious.
The only reason I asked is where would he have to interview with, maybe? Or would it all be remote?
What?
I said if they wanted to see you next time, where would they want you to go to interview?
My guess is, since this is a remote position, that they had me do what they called a video interview. Well, they had me record record answers to questions, and they call that a video interview. But I may talk to somebody on the phone or talk to somebody on Zoom or something.
I mean, I guarantee that because I have, or
But
that's just
I don't think they're gonna want me to come in anywhere, go in anywhere.
why do you not think that? Did they say something? Or?
Well, they didn't say, and it says since it's a remote position, I just assumed that they wouldn't want you to come in because they didn't specifically specify that they would want you to.
You've got one in Little Rock. You've got one. Fayetteville's a long ways away. There's two in Little Rock and one in Fayetteville.
What are you looking at? Idea?
Yeah, ADT security locations.
You actually on that ADT or?
I'm looking at I Googled it. I'm looking in the entire state of Arkansas. There's 4 locations.
Well, technically, this job was listed as being Texas that I applied for, but since it's remote, work from home.
Yep, there. When I was on the
I
other
applied
side,
for
it
it.
showed Texas. That is correct.
Yeah, this job was listed under Texas, but since it's work from home,
What was the job called?
like remote technical support.
Hey, they're hiring here in Champaign and Champaign City, Illinois. That's
Really?
70 miles away. I don't think me doing that. ADT, formerly the ADT Corporation, is now ADT Inc. Okay, we don't care about that. Wow. System analyst, that would be the job I'd go for. 100K a year. That's cool. You can go to this one. Carrollton, Texas, but that's a sales rep. And Fort Worth, Texas is residential sales rep. So,
That would mean you would have to be. That would mean you would have to drive a truck and go to people, knocking on people's doors and trying
probably cold knock.
cold knocking. I don't. That's the last thing I'd want to do.
I got a couple of remote customer service and retention representative.
I'm trying to find where I can search for specific jobs in here, and I'm not coming up with anything.
I don't see one either. I'm sure that Alex got it on the job.
Yeah,
site.
no, I'm sure. Yeah. So let me close that.
I found it on
Close
Indeed.
that. Let me close that. Bring back that.
What did you find on Alex?
I found it on Indeed.
But I can't understand it.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Oh, that's okay. Sorry.
Indeed. INDEED. Indeed.
Yeah. I can't spell, but that I can spell.
I can spell this, and I can spell that, and I can spell these, and I can spell those. Maybe that's what my title will be tomorrow night. We're going to have a spelling bee. Do I, Greg?
What about them?
Them. And there. And
Yeah,
and I can get 2 of the 3 theirs. Or wait, is there only 2 theirs? THERE.
Oh, there's 3.
I thought there were.
There's THEIR, THERE, and there's THEY''RE.
Yeah, they are there, and your mom and dad are there. Never mind. We're not going to go down that one. We could do that all night.
And there's 3 2s. There's TO, TOO, and TWO.
Yeah, I worked with an attorney. He and I used to do that. And I used to hate. I wanted to kill him one day. He actually used to fool around. He had came up with a book, a full page full of 1-word sentences. And they were legit, but it was like, they worked a lot better in person, like, hi, or hi.
HIHIGH, and what's the other one?
I don't remember. I just said it because you got to see my face, what you did, but it was like, hi. And well, and then what is, you got high yesterday. Is that, which high is that? HIGH?
On what? What was the?
You got high on marijuana.
HIGH.
Well, I don't know. I can't spell it because I'm too high. So I'd probably say something that's HEIHG. I don't know. Ask me
Well,
tomorrow night when I've sobered up a little bit.
but you didn't get high. You got inebriated maybe, but you didn't get high.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
Intoxicated.
You were the same height you were when you started.
Exactly. Well, I really need to have my head examined because for the crazy thought that was running through my head is a short person gets pulled over and the officer says, "Are you high?" Oh, my mind is not right. Oh boy. I saw a thing today and I really wanted to research it. Some dude got 150. That's right, 150 copyright incidents on YouTube.
He probably has posted a.
He probably posted a lot of songs or something. I wished I would have bookmarked that so I could have went back to it because I was really interested in knowing A, what they were, B, how long did it take him to get that many, and C, what were the consequences of anything, because the way it read was there were no consequences. You know, here I'm worried about these little 15-second snippets from people, and this dude gets 150. I still can't think of the name of that show of that girl. I think it was America's Got Talent. I think. That's going to bug me. Are you looking it up, Greg?
Very.
Yeah, 150 violation on YouTube.
Yeah.
When they 150. I bet they posted an album.
Can you post a link to it? Or where'd you find it at?
I just Googled it. 150 copyright violations on YouTube.
50. Oh, gotta have an O in there somewhere.
Peloton's getting sued for $150 million copyright.
See, when I did that, it doesn't come up. It shows YouTube says it receives millions of incorrect video copyright violations.
YouTube copyright and fair use policies.
Isn't that weird how you use Google and you get one thing, I use Google and get another thing? I put in 150 copyright. Here we go.
There goes your copyright.
Yeah.
Because you're mine.
Nope, I changed the wording a little bit. It still didn't come up. I'll find it. Oh, you know what I might try? I might try it right here. See what it comes up with. 150 COPY. Try it on YouTube itself. Somebody said they took down 150 of my video discussing copyright controversy. 150 videos gone. Another dude. I'll find it eventually. I just thought it was interesting. Okay, back to that. Oh man. Oh, what's going on here? So my basketball team today was up 22 points. Unless you're reading the sports, it says 23, and I'm pretty sure I never said that thrown in third point. They ended up losing by 5. They can't shoot free throws. If they hit all the free throws, they'd end up winning by 2. Ironically, the other team hit 15 of 18 free throws, so that I found to be interesting. But they can't shoot free throws worth a damn. So Robert just posted a link in there, and I right-click, copied, and pasted it, and it comes up with psychologytoday.com. That is funny. Therapist in Charleston. Maybe somebody's trying to tell me something. That is hilarious. Life is hard sometimes. Maybe you're dealing with a difficult relationship, or maybe you're feeling overwhelmed by anxiety or past hurts. Is that proper English, past hurts?
Yeah.
I am an independent contractor working with the Neural Harmony LLC. My ideal client is someone who is ready to begin a journey of self-exploration and face life on life's terms. That being said, anyone who comes to me for counseling is someone I would like to work with. Boy, I don't know if I'd want to use her as a therapist or not. So I'm going to go back and try this again. I'm just going to click on it. It'll take me out of here. No, okay, that's got to be a ha ha funny. That's a good one. Oh shoot. Did you say that out loud? Is that the question? I know you typed it out loud. So, who else are we missing besides Jeff tonight? We usually have about 9 in here. BH Ringer's not here. And I did get an email from him. He was not feeling.
Matthew?
Alex is here. Jeff's not here, so that would be 2, 4, 6. That'd be 8. Catherine's not going to ever join us at night. Matthew joins us every once in a while, which was, I enjoyed that.
Is she in the same time zone we are?
I don't know. No, he might be Eastern. He's in the South somewhere. He told me, but I forgot.
No, I'm talking about Catherine.
Catherine's in Colombia, Bogota, I believe. She's not even in this country. No? It cracks me up. She either ends a sentence in no or yes.
Yeah.
That's her.
It's a culture, yes.
You know, it's her original language.
Europeans do that a lot too.
Yeah. But I enjoy having her in the Zooms when we get lucky and get to go earlier in the day on the weekends. I'm actually tossing around an idea of doing a stream at, let's say, at a real stupid early time in the morning of 9 o'clock, just to see what happens. And then maybe one.
I like that idea.
I'm
Or
still
maybe
asleep.
10. maybe 9, 10, 11,
Well,
something like
I was
that.
actually going to do one at 9, one at 10, one at 11, one at 12. Not on the same day, obviously, but just to see what the traffic pattern is like. Because I realize that 10:30 at night, sometimes 11 or later, is not the ideal time to be here. But
Zoom lets you
That's a
connect
good one.
on. It's good that they allow you to connect on your phone or your tablet or your computer or basically any device.
He does come up with a couple of good ones every now and then. You notice that?
Yeah.
He really does. And Matthew says he lives in the middle of Tennessee. I thought, well, that's kind of south, but it's not south. So you're on Eastern Standard Time, Matthew, or Central Standard Time?
I think it's Central. Kentucky is split, but I think Tennessee is all same time zone.
Well, Kentucky's a lot like Indiana. There are like 6 counties in Indiana that are on East and 6 that are on, and the rest of them are not.
But when I looked at the state of Kentucky, on like Google Images, it shows like half as being in one time zone and half in another time zone.
It's more like 3/4.
Yeah, all I know is we drive right at 40 miles and we cross into another time zone. Sometimes the phone takes literally 20 minutes to change, and sometimes it changes 3 miles before we get there. It's just horrible. In my car, I'm just too doggone lazy to change it. 12:17. Okay, so yep, you're on Central Standard Time. That's what I got. 12:17.
The last time I was on a different time zone was when I was in Florida 20 years ago.
It was Eastern then.
Yeah, Florida is clearly on Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Clearly.
It's on Hurricane Standard Time.
That too.
Yeah.
My dad left me his house down there when he died.
Still have it?
Yeah, I let my brother-in-law stay there, and he damn near wrecked the place. He drinks more than a fish.
Well, how much does a fish drink?
I don't know, they're in water all day.
Waves.
Yeah, really. I wouldn't mind living in Florida, but I wouldn't want to put up with the hurricanes and all of that nonsense. I could live in Louisiana, but I would have problems talking to the people because of how they talk. Can't understand 3 words anyone from that area says.
Yeah, but what about all the hurricanes?
All the who?
Hurricane.
Hurricanes? Yeah, well, you know, I'm going to start that movement next year. I've already got that in the works. I'm putting my foot down. We have all these hurricanes. It's about time we have some hurricanes. And then next year, I'm going to go for the... Never mind.
Actually, they eventually started naming them after him then.
Yeah, I believe they have, actually.
Hurricane Andrew and...
Well,
I think that was Prince.
You can expect in the distant future there's going to be a press conference and they're going to say, we, the people of the LGBTQTPRP, feel that the hurricane should not be named as a man or a woman. They should be named as a whatever.
Okay, I got one from you that I heard today on the news. Ready?
Should I get off the YouTube stream first, or is
I don't care.
It clean?
Well,
of course you don't care. It's my channel.
He ain't gonna get hit.
Right, exactly. Yeah, go ahead, Gary.
Child sex offenders is demeaning to them.
I've heard that actually. And have you seen yet out of California, the educational system wants to do away with the D's and F's on the grading system?
Well, you might be upset because you get a D.
You might be getting a D because you're not doing well in school.
Very true. Which is probably about 45%.
And what are they going to replace it with?
If I ever got a D,
nothing. You're only going to get an A or a B or a C, and if the D and F go away, it's just a matter of time before the C and the B goes away. And just like participation trophies, everybody will get an A.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to fly to California to do my Christmas shopping there.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's just like over the summer, I followed this case where 2 girls were neck and neck for the valedictorian, and they gave it to one, and the other one took them to court, took the school to court, because she thought she should have been the valedictorian. She was pretty close to right. She ended up not getting the valedictorian because they found some obscure 0.5% of a point or something that said, nope, right here it is, plain black and white. This is why you're not the valedictorian. Man, what's the world coming to? Just don't get it. I still got my 50 cents though, if you guys want to sue me or make a bet with me. I still got the 50 cents right here. I can pay up.
Send it to me.
Mail it to him.
Yeah, not that one. Yeah, really. Is snail mail still a thing? I'm sure it is, isn't it?
Can you still mail letters?
Yeah, I mean.
One job I applied for, I applied for a job a while back at the Arkansas State Police. I didn't get it, but what surprised me about it is they actually sent me a letter in the mail, printed out, with a signature on it, thanking me for applying.
What? Well, I don't know if you could be a dispatcher or not. Probably not. Not from home, anyway. Yeah, Robert's right. Full of snowflakes, yes. I mean, pretty soon that term won't be able to be used either.
Whatever you say, Brandon.
Yeah, really. That's, Yep. I don't know.
I think the schools are wasting a lot of time, like teaching them how to cook or teaching them how to balance a checkbook, art class, and they can't pass a 8th grade basic math course.
Right. Do you have science when you were in school, Greg?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
Did you learn anything that you applied later on?
No.
Yeah, that's the same with me. Well, biology maybe might have learned something. I'm not sure.
Cutting a frog up.
Yeah, dissecting the old frog. But science, I can't think of one thing I learned in science class that I've ever used out of high school. Now, oddly enough, I do recall a lot of stuff from my English classes that really scare me because I didn't pay that much attention.
The only reason I went to English class because the girl that sat next to me was good looking. Her name was Wendy.
It's the only reason I took it too, because the teacher was a 22-year-old college graduate from Indiana University, and oh my,
Bleep, bleep.
oh, come
I
on.
think the best training I got was either in the Army or the Navy.
I mean that like that, but that's scary.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. Some of the best knowledge I gained was through the military, I guess is how I want to put that. Because I sure didn't learn it in school.
Not that they did anything wrong, but they were probably could be less delicate, telling you to get over.
When we were in school, there was nothing delicate about we were in school. You screwed up, you went to the principal's office and he got the paddle out that was 90 feet long, and then he got the baseball swing going, and you got moved about 4 or 5 feet, and you never did whatever you did again. And if you really screwed up, like somebody we all might know, wearing a green shirt, suspenders, not going to mention any names, and you got the 3 whacks at a time, you knew you were in trouble then.
When I went to school and we never got that.
You were lucky. One of the worst ones I ever got, her name was Mrs. White. And Mrs. White was probably maybe 4 foot 3 inches tall, maybe. And I bet she didn't weigh 80 pounds, but man, she could swing that paddle.
I think I got it one time, but I can't remember what it was for. The one thing I remember, one time I didn't actually get in trouble, but the one thing I can remember from middle school more than anything is it was Halloween, and my mom had put fake blood on my face, and so I sat in the hallway for a good while, and people came by me asking me if I needed a Kleenex to wipe the fake blood off my face, and next thing I know, the principal's coming. I'm in the classroom, and the principal's coming in there and saying, "You need to take that off. Costumes are not allowed."
You should have told him you cut yourself shaving. You want to know what I did to get in trouble with Mrs. White? The day before, we had a substitute teacher, and the school I went to in elementary was old, so doors opened by wind when it blew through it and things of that nature. The door blew open, and I immediately grabbed a chair and sat it next to me. I said, "Come on in, sit down and join us." And everyone was startled, like, "Oh, this is my friend. I know you guys can't see him, but he's sitting right here. He can hear every word you say, and I'll translate whatever he says." We got a pretty good laugh out of it. Even the substitute teacher got a decent laugh out of it. Till the next day when Mrs. White come back. She didn't think it was funny. At all.
When I was in high school, about a block and a half from the school, there was about 3 or 4 restaurants. One was called the Red Rooster.
Restaurant.
And I can't remember the other 2. But the teachers used to come in there, and if the kids were in there and they were smoking, they'd drag them back into school and then suspend them for 3 days.
Yeah, try doing that nowadays.
Yeah. look at a kid wrong and you're gonna get sued.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure are.
It was like that article I saw in the news, I don't know how many months back. Cop somewhere arrested a 7 or 8 year old kid, put cuffs on her, took her to jail. I said, man, if a cop can't handle a 7 or 8 year old, he don't need to be a cop.
No. Nope. I agree with that. But you never know. That 7 or 8-year-old nowadays might just reach in their backpack and pull out a weapon, and
That's true.
you just never know.
But the kid, in the video they had, the kid didn't have anything, no backpack
Right.
or
Right.
anything like that.
I wouldn't want to be a teacher nowadays. I don't think I'd want to work in any law enforcement capacity. That's just too scary. I don't know about being a paramedic or not. I don't know if that's got its dangers or.
It can be.
I would think. Of course, my favorite, and this isn't a joke, reading asking how many doctors and nurses get poked themselves with stuff, needles and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, yeah, because AIDS is still a thing from what I read. Yeah, what else can you get too?
Hepatitis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's the one with the chest? I'm not trying to be funny. No.
Tuberculosis?
Yeah, that's one that's pretty bad.
That link you posted, the first thing we got's in big bold blue with white lettering is don't scroll past this. This Thursday for the first time, not that we did this on Wednesday for the first time, or Tuesday for the first time, or Monday for the first time, but this Thursday for the first time, we recently asked you to give us $2.75. But we're asking again for the first time. Guess what? I'm scrolling past it.
Oh, bastard.
I did. I am. Oh, damn, it's following me. Oh, no.
You're going to get charged.
The only thing wrong is it took me almost a year to get myself off the alumni list. And the damn school keeps asking me for money. And it's,
Well, sure.
That's why I went to first grade there.
Wow.
Tell them, please take me off your mailing list. That's what I tell them.
Did they?
I mean,
Yeah.
It took me a year, literally.
You're lucky. I got a call today. Cracked me up. It was, how was it listed? Unknown caller or not spam. It was listed as no caller ID. So I clearly am not answering that call. And they actually left a voicemail. And it said, we are trying to get in touch with you regarding a case. Please call us back at 888-955-9332. This
I had the
case,
strangest, you reminded me of something. I had the strangest voicemail today. It was from a local number, probably somebody that had my number, but they
Alex?
called it thinking I was someone else, but they left a voicemail, and you know what the voicemail was? They literally played Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow into the voicemail.
that was me.
I apologize for interrupting, but nowadays I get phone calls on my cell phone, and they're from all over the country, and they could be next door or next country.
Yeah. Well, this
So-
one was for my brother's ex-wife, Stephanie, and they've been trying to get a hold of her for a while. I just thought that was funny.
Probably for credit.
Who knows what it's for. If she's even still alive, nobody's heard from her in about 15 years. She had a few problems.
Well, you ready for a joke?
What's the joke of the day, Gary? You can be my Mitch.
Okay, well, it's not it's haha to me. I had one stepmother because my mom died when I was 10, which I've told you guys.
Yeah.
And she had one of those crying moments before she died that she wanted my dad to remarry, just like a TV show. And he gets remarried, and she was, horrible to him. It was, can I have another credit card? That one doesn't work anymore. Well, she tried to divorce him, and he was all set. She tried to get custody of me.
Wow.
You know why, don't you?
The only thing that comes to mind is child support.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Obviously, the attorney took like about 5 minutes to get that out of the way, but literally, she had her attorney to actually file papers like for a month. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, really. It's-
And then when that pissed her off, she tried to get child protective service out here. And well, not here, but it's only been 50 years. But
yeah.
can you imagine the stupidity of people
Nowadays or back then?
back then?
I'm sure. Well, obviously, in your case it existed, but I'm sure it did exist much more than we realize.
Well, the reason I this called it a joke is her son, when she died, sent me a nice card and said that she would really appreciate me being at her funeral.
How's she
And
gonna know if you're there or not?
and that's the one I said, so what? To.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying that to be mean. I mean, she's not gonna know.
I'm saying that I don't give a fuck.
Right. Yeah.
Pardon.
Oh,
pardon
there's
me.
another violation. Okay, Greg, can you get one? I'm keeping
Okay.
track now.
I'm gonna
Because
sing it.
I'm gonna dispute them and say that wasn't me. That was Gary.
I have a
That
horrible
wasn't
voice.
me. That was Blackwatch. Or I believe at the time it was Ringo, but it wasn't me.
Lady Madonna.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get on that. It wasn't me. Kick.
Mhm.
I didn't do that.
3 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, if I do
I am the
if I
wall.
do this recordings just right, you're probably right. Yeah, I could probably pull somebody really good.
Oh yeah. I just don't have the. I don't have. I get the thought, but I don't have the process to. I don't want to say follow it through, but I don't have the process to follow it through. I get a lot of thoughts, but I just. And I'll write some things down, but then when I start to do it, I'm like, I get stuck, and I'm like, get rid of that. Maybe I do have an attention disorder. What? What were we talking about?
Huh?
Oh, no.
See, that's the cool thing about this age group. We have no clue what we were talking about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. Hard drive.
Yeah, really. Wow. Can you picture ourselves in 6 to 10 years from now?
We'll be like Jeff.
We'll come walking in with our walkers and, is that Greg? Greg, is that you?
Hey, what's RM talking about snowing? I thought he was too far south.
No, he's talking about snowflakes. That's when we were talking about the kids that can't get D's and F's and then pretty soon
okay.
C's and
I thought he was talking about snowing.
participation. See, I really ought to file suit against somebody because I didn't get a participation trophy. I got a precipitation trophy, and I was pretty happy about that till someone pointed it out to me. I was the butt of that joke for a long time.
So they
You
gonna
guys
get
want to see
rid-
my precipitation trophy?
You got rained on.
Yeah, I did.
It melted. You gonna get rid of the I for incomplete?
Probably. It'll get to the point where you go in and sign up for school, and the last day of school you go pick up your diploma and you haven't learned anything, or you've not returned to school. That is dumb.
Well, you go shopping at Saks in California. $5,000 purse.
And Alex
you
is
see
sharing
now?
a screen.
Well, you see now, I'm on my tablet, so I was trying out some. You can share URL on your tablet. Share a website, so you type in a website and you share. Everybody can see it.
Yeah, I have trouble doing things like that on my computer, let alone a tablet or a phone. That's not going to happen. In fact, the tablet we got because of the DirecTV, and we could watch it and download stuff to it. And that was for Lorna to watch in the car when I was driving. And now that we no longer have DirecTV, it's sitting on a shelf drawing dust.
Put it up on eBay.
You
I've
can
thought
find
about doing
something.
that.
You can. How old is it?
I don't know. Here's what I know
Is it
about
an
it.
iPad or an Android tablet?
It's a Amazon Fire tablet, I believe. It's
Don't know.
blue,
Yeah.
and I'll turn it on. And it takes about 10 minutes to turn on.
Plug it in.
Nah, it'll. Well, you know what? I may have to plug it in.
Well, you can probably find something to do with it.
There we go.
I've got an old, unless it's like my old original. I've got a first generation iPad Mini that's literally useless now. And you know why it's useless? Because I was going to give it to my nephews to play on. But I factory reset it, and I figured out that since the Apple since since Apple's updated everything so much, now you can't even now that tablet is stuck on version 9 of the software, and the latest version is 15. And so now you can't even run it. You can't even download any apps. You can't even connect to the App Store and download any apps anymore. That's how old it is.
I did an experiment with this tablet. I actually turned it into a prompt where you can read, look at the camera and look and do a script and read it off there. Nah, I don't need that. This is never going to be that important that I've got to set this thing up here so that I'm reading something I have scripted out. Nope, nope, nope. And it's still trying to start. It says fire. Maybe it is dead.
How long since you've used it?
What's the next question, please?
How long has it been?
I
since
know
you
what he
used it?
said. This is December, October, maybe?
This should be all right.
Maybe. But it usually doesn't take this long to get going. I mean, it does take an extremely long time, but it's usually not that long of a time.
Well, my tablet I'm talking to you on right now originally came with version 10, iOS version 10, and now it's on version 15 and still works like a charm.
It'll catch up. It'll start. If it don't, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. It's like a laptop. It's just I don't use a laptop. I don't want a laptop.
It's kind of like
Couldn't give me a laptop.
The more money you spend on electronics, the better they work and the longer they last.
And I will say, I know there's a way on Zoom you can make yourself full screen, but it's such a pain in the neck to take pictures because it's got this stupid little flap on it that keeps getting in the way. But it does take some decent pictures. No longer needed. Somebody won't buy a tablet? It might come on by the time you get it.
Yeah.
Don't want a tablet, don't want a laptop, don't own a cell phone.
Not even a flip phone?
Nope.
So
Now it won't do anything. It's just sitting there stuck. Oh well, leave it over there and see what happens.
So what do you do? What do you do if eventually the telephone companies do away with landlines?
Well, I don't think that day will ever happen. I think landlines will be here for forever and ever and ever.
I haven't had a landline for phones for 10 years.
Oh, yeah, at least 10 years. But like in Tim's situation, he's got a landline because he gets a discount on his internet and the television service that he doesn't use because they bundle it together and give you a big discount. And for that reason only, they're going to keep it around so that they can pilfer money off people.
And if it is a actual landline and not voice over IP service connected to a modem that has to be on for it to work, it's good if the power goes out.
True. Very true.
With our DSL service, that is the one good thing. If the power goes out, we can disconnect if we absolutely needed to. If the cell phones were dead and something, we could disconnect the cable from the wall from the internet and connect the phone straight to it and call 911 or something.
The little fire thing's got a little fire going through it, if that makes any difference. So it's trying to do something. Maybe it's on its last moments of not doing anything. don't know.
Be updating.
It could be. It could be updating. I never thought about that. Never thought about that.
We had in our house, 2 houses before this one, we had bad storm, and it knocked the cable out. Cell phone, cell phone because of trees and everything. And our neighbor, who needed to be beat up anyway, called the police, called the emergency, called the fire, had like 10 trucks there because she was afraid she was electrocuted because it was sparking and da 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 da. There was one problem. When Detroit Edison got there, our wiring was underneath the ground a foot. Her house was out just like ours, but they spent 2 hours at her house. And the guy said, "Well, we'll get you back over there." And I'm like talking to him. He said, "No, we'll do his house first."
I only got one tree in my backyard. All the trees have been cut down around us.
Yeah, we got a red maple in the back of our house. Beautiful tree.
We lost.
We got a couple of pecan trees.
We had some horrible weather this spring and summer. I went ballistic because trees come down. And we didn't have to get rid of them, but they were like right. I mean, they were kissing the garage. And another one was kissing the back patio.
Yeah, we've been lucky. I haven't had any big branches fall off and do any damage yet.
And these trees were like 60 inches around. They were like you could barely hug around it.
Oh man, I don't know how big around our tree is. It's huge. It's huge. I don't think two people. Well, in fact, I know two people couldn't put their arms all the way around it.
Yeah, I'm always kind of afraid in the back of my head. I always, when it's raining really hard, I always wonder, when it's raining really hard and storming really hard, I wonder if that tree in our backyard is going to come falling down.
And we got some woods back behind our houses, and in the springtime, the wind gets about 40 miles an hour or above. You'll hear the pine trees cracking.
Well, literally, all kinds of deers were at our back door. I mean, I think they were trying to get in. I swear to God.
Yeah, I used to see deer when I first moved in, the first 2 or 3 years, back behind my fence early in the morning.
I've seen one the other night. Went into this little fenced area, and the fence is about 10 feet in height, and it never came out of that little fenced area. But I guess it jumped over that fence, and I'm thinking, man, that's a good ability right there. And we sat there one night and watched a bunch of them jump over a regular 4-foot. There, the tablet came on. Man, finally, little 4-foot height fence. So how do I tell the information about this, Alex? What do I go to? Settings?
Well, if you unlock it and you go to your settings and you go to probably about at the bottom or device information.
0 for 2. Is there a third one I might be able to check? Device. Here we go. Device options, storage, show mode, wireless and Bluetooth power. Alexa.
Down at the bottom, is there not
it's
an
working.
Is there not an about thing down at the bottom?
No, there's a help. Oh wow, I said, oh wow, it's working, and she just typed in, oh wow, it's working, or it just typed in, oh wow, it's working in the search bar. Now it's going to Amazon, and it's saying, oh wow, it's working, and you probably can't see it, but it went to Amazon.com, and it's looking at, wow, that's stupid. But it's not listening, okay? It cannot listen. I'll click on, now here's what I don't like about it. You'll hear the ding 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 going for 10 minutes because it's been off.
Well, you can slide your finger down from the top of the screen and there's probably an option for do not disturb. Just turn that on.
Right now I'm trying to find out the information about it. I clicked on help and it doesn't get me anything.
Well, just turn on do not disturb, and then the notifications will go away. They'll quit dinging.
Don't have that option.
It's there somewhere. You just can't
Oh,
find.
I'm sure it is. I just don't have that option. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but it's got a half a
Oh
million
yeah, I can
things
hear
going
that.
through it right now.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yep. So how can I tell the information about it? There's got to be a way to do that.
Well, it should be under your settings in system or device information or system about or something along those
Well,
lines.
here's under device. I have wireless and Bluetooth, power, apps and games, device options, storage, show mode, display, or Alexa.
What is under device options?
Device options has choose your device name, batteries at 98%, date and time, find your tablet, backup and restore, system updates, restore to factory defaults, device model is a Fire HD 10 7th generation and a serial number. Then in the next section is personal, my account, parental control, sound and notifications, profile and family library, security and privacy, keyboard and language. Then the bottom one is system, sync device, accessibility, help, and legal and compliance. Ooh,
Click on system.
click on which one?
System.
There is no system. Sync device, accessibility, help, and legal. That's what's in the system section. When you click on system, it doesn't do anything. I'm thinking it's just this. Where did I find that one at? Device options. I think it's a Fire HD 10, which says 7th generation. So I don't know anything about the memory or anything else.
Yeah, that's it. If you go back to storage, if you go back and select storage, wherever you said that was, you can it'll show you how much memory you have.
48.80 gigabyte free of 55.14. So what is that? 60 gigabyte probably.
So yeah, you got a 64 gig tablet.
Yeah, it served its purpose. Okay, now I got to close all these stupid things out. Actually, I'm just going to shut it off. Or
You could just since you're not using it, you could just reset it to factory settings and.
well, if I go to get rid of it, I will. I mean, it does have a purpose. We do take pictures, or she takes pictures with it every now and then. Now, can I update this manually?
Yes. Just go to your settings and there should be an option for software and updates or whatever, and it should give you an option to check.
Wow. ESPN just popped up out of nowhere. That's cool. I don't know if it's Samsung or not, Matthew. I think it might be. I don't know how to tell. I don't see anywhere in here to.
If it's an Amazon, if it's a Fire tablet, it uses the Amazon App Store, and so it's not Samsung.
So storage has got internal storage and expand your storage device. There's no way to update it there. That's power display. It's got just display options for the brightness, and that's not helping.
It
My
wouldn't be under
account,
there.
profiles and family, security and privacy, sound and notification, keyboard and language, sync device,
Yep.
help, and let's go to help. Setup and connection, power, battery and storage, Fire tablets for kids, app and contact. I can't say the ALEXA because it'll come on. Accessibility for Fire tablet, check device status, get more help, speak with a representative. I'm going to press that and see what happens.
Yeah, Amazon used to have a service called Mayday, where it would connect you with a live person.
I know
So I
one
don't think
thing,
they.
it's using up a boatload of battery. It's down to 94%, and I'm not doing anything on it. So close it, let it run out of battery, and see what happens. No purpose for it. Let me jump over here and see what our time is looking like. And go over there.
I've been connected on my tablet for an hour and 21 minutes and 30 seconds.
We've been streaming an hour, 56 minutes, and 15 seconds, so we're coming up on the 2-hour time limit. I'm kind of trying to restrict it to. I will keep the Zoom up and running. So Matthew, thank you for being here. Tony, if you're with us and just not saying anything, thank you for being here. Anyone else that might have joined and doesn't say anything, thank you for being here. I am going to go to this one, and it brings up the old thank you for watching, and I can't say it tonight because she is awake, so she'll hear me. And she might be watching. Who knows? Okay, I'll keep the Zoom going. I'm going to shut the stream off. Thanks, Matthew, Black Watch, Jeff, he's probably watching in the background, Tony, and anyone else. See you tomorrow night. Hopefully a little earlier than what we were tonight. Bye for now.